What's going on, everybody in the vinyl community? Craig here with another killer vinyl update. The vinyl inbox is packed to the fucking gills. I've got enough to do at least a 6-7 part fucking vinyl update. Let's double that for how much I fucking ramble. So basically we're going to focus on a couple of really cool VCLT packages that have come in the last month and some of my birthday gifts. So, start off with the VC cheer. Hope everybody's having a great March so far. Starting to warm up a little bit here, and then it'll cool back down. Then it'll warm up again. I have a feeling we're just going to go straight from winter into fucking fall. Or we're just going to go winter to winter. We're just going to skip spring, summer. It sure as fuck feels like it. But anyway, what's playing in the background? BOC, some Blue Oyster Cult with Extraterrestrial Live. Vibing with my big bro LJ. If you just watched his recent update, he showed that I sent him a copy of this. Killer double live album. I actually just picked this up back in January. Then I ran into a copy for him a couple weeks later. So, and he got the better copy. Yeah, that's how fucking nice I am. But seriously though, it's great to be able to send stuff to people and help really make a dent in their collection. I know he had 2 holes left that he needed to fill. That was one of them. The other one's Club Ninja, which I have, but I've only ran into that once, and that was the time I picked it up, and that was it. So, we're going to find another copy of Club Ninja for you. Don't worry, big bro. But VCLT, what a great thing to have, you know. Whether it's just being kind, just surprising someone and sending something, or setting up a trade. Here's my segue. So, over on the vinyl community sell and trade page over on Facebook, which I'm an admin on. Some great people over there, you know, selling and trading stuff. I'm one of them. I set up a trade here a few weeks back with fellow VC member Og71. I think that's your username. Sorry, AJ. His name's AJ. See him a lot more over on the Facebook page, talking shit like that. Well, he had put up some stuff, and he was kind of looking to, you know, set up some trades, stuff like that. So one of the albums I noticed right off the bat, I'm like, I'm gonna ask. So I started asking him about it. You know, condition-wise, cover was a little rough, but asked him what condition of the vinyl. Then I started asking him what he was looking for. I happened to have a duplicate of something I knew he'd be totally interested in, and we set up the trade, got everything out, and boom, I got it in right after that point, and I'm fucking stoked. So, first things first, one of the best notes I've ever seen. Like, just killer drawing on there. Awesome. That one's definitely, as with all my killer notes and everything, I always set them off in a special filing spot. So anyway, and he also sent along this great magazine here. Billy Gibbons, Beavis and Butthead. So Lone Star Music magazine. Guess I'm from down in old Texas way. So very cool reviews, just your general, you know, cool magazine. Very cool. Still haven't thumbed through it yet, but definitely looking forward to doing that. And now on to the vinyl. A band that I'm a huge fan of. Don't really have a lot of their stuff. Definitely didn't have anything by them on vinyl. And so to be able to set up a trade, perfect for me. So you got Fate's Warning, The Spectre Within. Oh yeah, from 1985 on Metal Blade. That killer label. Oh yeah. And overall, pretty good shape. Played nice, cleaned up nice. Obviously wear to the bottom of the cover, but I mean, come on. We've all talked about it before. We're not playing the covers, we're playing the vinyl. So, you know what? This is perfect. Well worth the trade. And if you're not familiar with Fate's Warning, progressive. At this point, not as crazy into the progressive metal. A little bit more on the traditional side, but still has that beginning of what they really would become in the prog metal genre. But think early Queensryche, Maiden-ish, stuff like that. definitely a really good album. So, thank you again, AJ. Get on over to his channel. Like I said, Og71, I believe. If I say the number wrong, I'll correct it in the About section below. And definitely go over and check out his channel. Showing some killer stuff. And a really cool dude. So, thanks, brother. I really appreciate that one. On to the next set of VCLT. Now, thank you again to Facebook. Some people here in the VC don't participate in the Facebook page, and that's cool. I totally get that, because there can be a ton of drama and just a big waste of time for some people. If you're just not into Facebook at all or anything, it's not your thing. But for me, I'm constantly on the computer, so being involved in the Facebook page is really cool, and it's been really nice to get notification on certain deals and stuff, and kind of share stuff back and forth, and also setting up, VCLT and trades and stuff like that, because there's people that are here in the VC that will watch videos but don't make videos, but they're a part of the Facebook page. So it's nice to connect with other people on that side. And this is actually one person I didn't know made videos, but they did, and we're also on the Facebook page. And that dude would be Nathan Bouchard. Am I saying your last name right? Full name over here on YouTube. I'll put his name down below. A few weeks back, or maybe a month ago, I'm not quite sure, sent me a message saying, hey, I want to send you some VCLT. It'd be my first ever VCLT. I've got a record in mind that I know you need. I'm going to send it your way. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, we talked very little to a degree. So I really didn't know too much of what he had in mind to send me. So he finally just spills the beans and says, dude, I'm telling you what I'm sending you. Told me what he was sending me, and I'm like, holy shit. Said it was in, good shape. Didn't play all that great on his turntable, but said it would probably play better on my setup. Which, trust me, dude, it played fucking great. Cleaned up great. So, his grading it was nice to undergrade, because when I got it, it was in better shape than I expected, so thanks, Nate. Song's great note, which will go right along with the other ones. And now on to what he sent me. He also sent me a surprise in here as well, which I already had, but the vinyl, I believe, is actually an upgrade copy for me, so very cool. So let's just show the big surprise, the one that just blew my mind that he was going to send me. I'm like, oh my god. Lark's Tongues in Aspic. Now, I had actually been talking about this on someone else's post and said, oh man, that's one of the ones I, never find. And the only time I've ever seen it out in the wild, it was an import copy, and they wanted like $75. So, fuck that. This was awesome. Fucking amazing album. Totally, still surprised, stoked that I even have this in the collection. So, original insert there. And the vinyl, dude, seriously, this thing, pristine. You can definitely tell there was some play action and some minor little bits of stuff, but nothing to like make this unplayable. I'm just like, okay, this isn't going to be just a placeholder, this is going to be the copy I have. And I mean, to find a copy of the cover where it's not, got a bunch of rubbing and dirt staining and stuff, is pretty difficult, and you're going to have to spend a pretty penny. Great copy, so thank you, Nate, so much. Killer prog. By the way, if you're a King Crimson fan and you have not heard this album yet, fucking get your hands on it, because it is amazing. Bill Bruford's drumming, John Wetton on bass. Oh, so fucking good. Alright, and the one that I already had, The Hurting by Tears for Fears. Now, what can I say that hasn't been said about this album? Amazing! Fucking 80s classic. Tears for Fears, one of their best albums. Well, really, this and Songs from the Big Chair, they go, it's like a balancing act. Which one's better? I don't know. They're both great. This is a killer debut, which actually today marks the anniversary of when it was released. 1983, so what? 29 years? Yeah, right? 31. That 31 years? Holy shit. Well, there's my math for you. Can't remember what year it is. So 2014, 31 years old, The Hurting. Very, very cool. So thanks again, Nate. And like I said, for anybody who hasn't checked out Nathan's channel, definitely get on over there. I'll put his full name down below, Nathan Bouchard. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Alright, on to the next piece of VCLT. Closing out my 70s Sabbath collection. Thank you to Memphis Vinyl Gym. Really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much for the VCLT. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Oh yeah. Totally fucking cool. Awesome shape. Palm tree. Warner Brothers label. What can we say about this? Sabbath classic. Just, oh. One of the best album covers in hard rock and metal, in my opinion. Sick. Sick album. Very, very cool. So, gotta love Memphis Vinyl Gym. And the missus, of course. Both just so generous and great people. And I love getting to talk to Jim. Love you, brother. Thank you so much again for that. Alright, now on to the birthday finds. This first one up is from my fiance, who I love to death. Not just for the cool shit that she gets me, but just for being so wonderful and loving the fact that I collect way too much shit. She puts up with it better than anybody I've ever met. And I know she loves it, so it's not a putting up with thing yet. But anyway, total metal grail here for me. One that I've been wanting on vinyl for ever since I first heard the album. A band that I'm a huge fan of, and yes, Taking Over by Overkill. Original press. A Megaforce. Beautiful, beautiful near mint copy. Found this on eBay for a really nice price. And so I basically showed her the page. I'm like, hey, I think this is what I want for my birthday. And she immediately goes, okay, let's buy it. That easy, huh? Oh yeah. And this is a fucking classic Overkill album and an underrated thrash album. This needs to be put up in the top 10. It's in my personal top 5 best thrash albums of all time, but this needs to be seen on more lists. This is a fucking classic. Deny the Cross, Wrecking Crew, Use Your Head, Power Surge, In Union We Stand, Electroviolence. This whole album from front to back is fucking amazing and a metal classic that doesn't get its due. I'm here to tell you right now, let's give it its fucking due. If you have not heard this Overkill album yet and you are a thrash fan, a metal fan, definitely check it out. This band's still going strong today. Gotta love Overkill. Alright, next two are from birthday presents from my dad, who, I mean, I've talked about my dad a million times here on my channel, and what can I say about him? I mean, he loves pretty much a good majority of all music. Very supportive of, you know, everything I've done musically, and a big supporter of my vinyl habit. Anytime we go out digging together, he's usually chipping in a little bit, kind of like, hey, you know, I'll help feed the habit occasionally and throw a few bucks my way, or he'll start digging along with me, and all of a sudden he's got a small stack, like, well, looks like I'm buying some shit too. Even though he has no time to listen to vinyl, he'll just buy more, because he can, I don't know. It's pretty awesome. But, regardless, he helped feed my addiction. Alright. So, what did he get me? Well, a couple things that I put on my vinyl want list, or one of them I've had, the first one I'll show, is one I've had on my vinyl want list pretty much since I started collecting vinyl. And I've been a huge fan of this band for pretty much my entire life. And I had seen this reissue. This came out, I think, 2008 or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit later. It was real apprehensive. And thanks to Mr. Bizarro, Aaron, he picked this up not too long ago, and I asked him which version which tapes did they use to make the vinyl. He told me it was the original masters, so I'm like, alright, cool. I'm gonna have to get it. Rust in Peace by Megadeth. Just another metal fucking classic. And the best Megadeth album in my opinion. But I, love Megadeth, so I mean I could go on for days about how Peace Cells is a great one, or Countdown to Extinction, or Euthanasia. It's on the Black Capital label. And this is one of those that I knew I'd probably never come across an OG, so 180 gram press, reissue, yeah, I'll take that. So, very cool. I still can't believe, this is another one I'm holding my hands and I'm just like, I can't believe I have it here. It's fucking amazing. So, and the last one I'll show here, a new album. I don't buy a ton of new releases, like of brand new albums. I buy reissues and new pressings of those and stuff, but I never really go for new albums. I don't know why. It's just, there's so much other stuff I'm collecting that's, older, or, getting a reissue of an album that I know I'll never find because the OG is expensive or some shit. But certain artists, that I've been a fan of my entire life are still releasing music, great music, mind you. And this is an artist I've been a fan of for my entire life. This album I was really anticipating, and I haven't bought any of his stuff post not like 92, except for here, I'll show the album and then we'll talk a little bit more. So we got High Hopes, the new release from Bruce Springsteen. Oh yeah, 180 gram, 2 LP set. We got Tom Morello on 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 tracks on here. And this was a great, great album. And we talk about, Bruce Springsteen, and there's a lot of times where I've just bypassed his newer albums, and I don't know why. I guess because it just depends on what frame of mind I'm in, what genre I'm into at that point, and if he's released a new album, I've kind of just sort of bypassed it. I mean, the last one's Wrecking Ball, Working on a Dream, Magic, so on and so forth. I've missed the boat on picking any of those up on vinyl because I just wasn't really into them at the time. I think the last Bruce Springsteen album that I really got into was The Rising, and that was a big one for me because, he was playing with the E Street Band again, and it was this big comeback of that whole thing. I mean, that was a highly anticipated album in my house, and I remember just playing the fuck out of it when it came out. But this one is another one of those where I, got really hyped up months before it was coming out, was really excited, decided, okay, I'm definitely going to at least get this on vinyl. I have to stop at a certain point, of not buying any of his stuff and just start picking it up on vinyl again, because I'm going to miss the boat on it, and then I'm never going to be able to get it. So, had to get it. I don't really want to pull everything up. I'll at least grab one of the albums. This is packed to the gills. You got the poly inners plus the printed inner sleeves, so custom High Hopes label there. And you also got the CD inside as well. So this great album. Tom Morello playing with Bruce Springsteen. You wouldn't think those two worlds would mesh together, but holy fuck. Amazing guitar work on this. Great songwriting. You got The Ghost of Tom Joad on here, which I love the other version that came out in 96, I believe, of that album. But this version on here, amped up, and just, this whole album is on fire. Just a great album from the boss. I highly recommend it if you have not heard it yet. Do yourself a favor and pick it up. Really good. I've spun it, I think, at least 2 if not 3 times already. And that's kind of odd for me with as much stuff has been coming in. You're lucky if I'm spinning it at least once and giving it a good full listen. That one has gotten more than its fair share of full listens already, and it's going to get more as the year goes on. So, that concludes this set of finds for the vinyl update. Big thanks again to Memphis Vinyl Jim, to AJ, and to Nate. Thanks again for the VCLT, guys. I really appreciate it. Fucking awesome. And that pretty much does it for this. I've got a ton of shit for finds from the honey hole, some online purchases. I've been on a fucking streak, some good stuff I've been picking up, and some other oddball stuff that's coming from Goodwill, shit like that. So I'll be back soon with another update. I've got a thread. I don't know how to put it. The idea was put in my head. I don't know if there's actually been a full thread made for it yet, but I do have a, basically just make a thread video. That'll be coming up here soon. And what other hijinks and shenanigans I can get into, we'll see. I don't know. So everybody take care. Stay metal. Stay warm. If you're still freezing your asses off. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright. Peace.